Hey guys, what is up? My name is Landon and welcome to the Jersey Zone. So with the season starting soon, although technically it kind of has already started, obviously there was those games in Prague, but I'm ignoring those. I'm more thinking about the season starting on October 11th, but anyways, with the season starting soon, in my eyes at least, I wanted to take a look at last year's jerseys, the new jerseys that were released for the last season, and do a ranking of them. So just for clarification, it is only going to be new jerseys that appeared for that 2021-2022 season. So like for example, the Seattle Kraken jerseys, those will show up in this list. And obviously there's about 13 jerseys I think I have in this list. I hopefully got them all. As far as I know, I got them all, but I think it was just 13 new jerseys that were made for last season. Now, before we do get into it, if you guys are new to the channel and you like hockey jersey content, please make sure to hit subscribe. I would really appreciate it. But let's get into the ranking. So starting us off at number 13, I have the Nashville Predators Stadium Series jersey. Now, I have talked about this jersey fairly recently in my worst Wordmark jerseys of all time video. So since I talked about it so recently, I'm not going to go too far in depth with the jersey itself. Obviously, I'm not a huge fan of it. I don't really like Wordmark jerseys in general, and I just really don't like the Smashville font. I know it is supposed to be like a reference to music posters in Nashville. I think that's what it's supposed to be, but honestly, I just don't think it looks good on the jersey itself. And also, I really don't like the fact that the letters themselves kind of go outside of that yellow stripe and kind of go into the navy up top there. I think that makes it look even worse. It just really does not look good in my opinion. The only thing that I really do like about the jersey is the fact that it is just a massive stripe. I actually really like that a lot, and I do kind of like that with Stadium Series jerseys, like the massive stripes. I always think that is a ton of fun, but with this jersey also, once again as well, is I don't like the fact that the stripe doesn't go all the way around to the back, so really just not a huge fan of the jersey itself. Moving on to number 12, I have the Minnesota Wild Winter Classic jersey. I really want to like this jersey a lot, but honestly, the more that I look at this thing, the more that I dislike it. It's just not a nice looking jersey. The red shoulder yoke is a little bit too thin. It's kind of weird like that, and I don't think it looks that great. The stripe in the front there is also just very strangely placed. Like, it doesn't really do anything, doesn't really go anywhere. It kind of just stops. And then of course it does also have the elbow pads as well, which once again, I really want to like that. Like, it's so unique. It's so different. It just does not look good on the jersey though, like it just really doesn't, but it's a lot of fun. It's just so stupid. I like the idea of the jersey. Like I said, I do think it is very unique, but it just does not look good at all. I will say also with that logo as well, I think I would like it better if it didn't have the Minneapolis St. Paul. I think if they removed that text and it literally just was the Minnesota outline, the state outline, I should say, I think that would look a lot better in my opinion. But anyways, yeah, it's just not a very nice looking jersey. I want to like it, but I just can't. Next up at number 11 is the New Jersey Devils third jersey. This was another jersey that I had on the worst Wordmark jerseys of all time list, but I will say this, the more that I look at this jersey, the more that I actually like it. Really, honestly, the only thing that I don't like about this jersey is the Wordmark logo. Everything else is very nice. I like the striping. Obviously, it's very reminiscent of that 2019 Chicago Blackhawks Winter Classic jersey. I really like the numbers on this jersey as well. I think that looks great. Like, overall, like I said, I do think the rest of the jersey is really nice. Just the logo itself, I still am not a huge fan of. Obviously, it does kind of have that meme aspect to it where it is the jersey, and then obviously they also made the hat, and I do like that. I think that is very funny, and I like that they leaned into it. And I will say I like the stylization of the Wordmark. I like the 3D effect that they gave it. I think that does look nice. Really, this jersey has kind of started to pull me in the direction of me liking it, but obviously as of right now, I'm still not a huge fan of it, and that's why it is at number 11. Now at number 10, I have the Tampa Bay Lightning Stadium Series jersey. I think a lot of people are probably going to disagree with me on this one, which is completely fair. I think the main reason why I don't like this jersey is because it is a Wordmark jersey, and it is that nickname Wordmark jersey as well, which once again, I did kind of talk about that in the worst Wordmark jerseys of all time video. Sorry, I keep bringing that up, but it's very relevant for this list here. I talked about a lot of jerseys that are on this list in that video, so that's why I kind of keep bringing it up. But anyways, with this jersey in particular, like I said, I don't like nickname jerseys. I'm never a huge fan of them. They always just come off very strange to me. But with this jersey here, I do like the stylization of the logo itself, or the Wordmark itself. I like how it does kind of have little lightning bolts coming out of it, and I do like the big lightning bolt at the bottom. I think that is a ton of fun. However, the back of the jersey is just so plain. Like, I think they needed probably to add another lightning bolt on the back there. I think that would have made it look a little bit nicer, but the back of the jersey just looks extremely plain, especially if you don't have a name and number on it. That just makes it look even worse in my opinion. Like, it's almost just like a plain white jersey at that point. Although I will say is I do like the shininess of the silver on this jersey, so there's just a little bit on the shoulder patch, the Wordmark itself, and then also the name and numbers on the back. So I do like that aspect of the jersey, but overall, just really not a huge fan of the jersey. On to number 9, we have the Toronto Maple Leafs Heritage Classic jersey. I really want to like this jersey a lot, but there's just a couple of things that do kind of hold it back. Obviously, the big thing is the arenas text. Either just completely get rid of it because it already does blend into the back of the jersey, or make it white like they did on that Next Century game jersey. So I just really don't get that aspect of the jersey itself. I do like the customization kit on this jersey, and the tee itself. It does kind of have that special lettering to it where it kind of has that special design, and it looks very, very nice. So I like that aspect of the jersey. Honestly, with this jersey here, I would have liked if they just basically did an exact replica of the jersey that they were throwing back to. Usually, I'm not a huge fan of when teams do that, and we'll talk about that a little bit more in a second here. But with this jersey here, the jersey that they were throwing back to is from the 1917 season. So literally over 100 years ago. I just don't really get why they didn't do an exact copy of it. All they would have had to do is just remove the arenas font and then make the cuffs white, and that's all they would have had to do. Then it's an exact replica, and I think it looks a lot nicer than the jersey we have here. Like I said, I do kind of like this jersey, but there's just little aspects of it that I'm just not a huge fan of. So just for me, I would have liked that direct copy of that 1917 jersey. Next up at number 8 is the Pittsburgh Penguins third jersey. So kind of like I talked about before, I'm really not a huge fan of when teams do direct throwbacks to their old school jerseys. I do like it for specialty jerseys. With third jerseys, I'm a little bit more okay on it. So I honestly don't mind this jersey. When it is their home and away, that's when I kind of usually don't like it as much. Now for the jersey itself, honestly, I just think it's okay. I'm not in love with this jersey. I do prefer it in its original colors, so that baby blue and dark blue, and I prefer the original striping as well. The main thing that I really don't like about the jersey itself is just how big that wear mark is. It is massive on you on any of the jerseys. It literally goes from like your top right of your torso all the way across it. It like fills your entire chest. It is massive. So it is a little bit shocking how many times they brought this jersey back, but I do also know that people do love these jerseys as well. But for me personally, they're just fine. Next up at number 7, I have the Arizona Coyotes away jersey. Now I won't be including that home Kachina jersey on this list because they did wear it as a third in the previous year, so it isn't technically a new jersey. It just went from being a third jersey to their home jersey. But with the away jersey, it is a brand new jersey. Well, obviously, at least in an Adidas form, it is basically once again that exact copy of their 90s jerseys. The only thing that's different is it doesn't have the phoenix on the shoulder patches there. It just says Coyote, so that is really the only thing that changed. Everything else, as far as I know, is like basically the exact same, and it is a very nice looking jersey. I do like it a lot, but once again, I just don't love when teams do an exact throwback to their old school jerseys for their home and away. So for me, I do really like the jersey, but it just isn't going to go that high on this list just because of that aspect itself. Moving on to number 6 is the Toronto Maple Leafs third jersey, so the reversible jersey. I will say is I like the idea of this jersey, the innovation of the jersey, the uniqueness of the jersey. I just don't think it's executed very well. I will say the jersey in its regular form, so the jersey not in reversed form, I think it looks very nice. I like the Toronto Maple Leafs in black. I think they look great. I love the striping as well. I like that it has the city skyline inside of the striping there. I think that's a lot of fun, and I love how the logo looks as well, as they kind of have like a unique pattern to it, and I think it looks great. So all of that, I do really like the jersey a lot, and I think just the regular part of the jersey itself looks fine. However, the reversible side of it, like I said, I like the idea of it. I just don't think it's executed very well. It doesn't really look like it's a jersey that's supposed to be reversible. It literally just looks like a jersey that you turned inside out and you're like, well, I'm wearing it like this now, I guess. It really just does not look good, especially when you have it customized, because you can see the stitching of the name in numbers, and that doesn't really look that great. You can even see like the seams of like the striping as well, which just looks very strange. You would almost need to make it so like the jersey is like double layered in a way. Like that's the only way that I could kind of see it maybe working. But yeah, just for me, it just does not quite get there. I like the idea, but it just doesn't quite work. But I do, like I said, like the regular version of the jersey itself. I think that looks fine. Now for number 5 and number 4, I'm going to talk about them at the exact same time, because number 5 is the Seattle Kraken home jersey and number 4 is the Seattle Kraken away jersey. I really like these jerseys a lot. I think they knocked it out of the park, although I do prefer the away jersey just a little bit more, and it mostly has to do with the striping itself. So obviously with the away jersey, you kind of have the white that goes into the light blue, into the little bit of the darker blue, and then into the dark blue, and I think that looks great because it kind of looks like you're going into the depths of the ocean, so it works really, really well. Obviously with that home jersey, it does start out with the dark blue, so I don't think it works as nicely on that home jersey, which is why I do just prefer that away jersey just a little bit more. But like I said, I think both of them are extremely nice. With the logo itself, I will say is I was slightly disappointed when it was first released. For me personally, I would have loved to see the Kraken as the actual logo. I think that would have been amazing, but obviously I do understand why they went in the direction that they did. At some point, I do want them to make a Kraken logo and put it on the front of a jersey, whether that is like a specialty jersey or a third jersey. That's really what I would like to see. And I also would like to see a full jersey with like a staged gradient, kind of like I was talking about with the striping on the arm. I think that over an entire jersey would be a ton of fun as well. But anyways, with these jerseys in particular, like I said, I think they're fantastic. They look really nice. I like the shoulder patch as well. And overall, I think the Kraken did a really good job with these jerseys. Moving on to number 3, I have the LA Kings third jersey. Now, I will say when this jersey was first released, I don't think I was a huge fan of it. I think it mostly has to do with the fact that in the previous year, they were wearing heritage uniforms, which were basically those exact jerseys from the 90s. And so I looked at this jersey here and I was like, it's too similar to that heritage uniform. I don't get why they're making a whole new jersey with this one here. Like, they should just make a completely new jersey, something completely different. But honestly, the more that I look at this jersey, the more that I fall in love with it. I do like the changes that were made to this jersey compared to that heritage uniform. I like this jersey a lot more over that heritage one. I love the silver sparkle on this jersey. I think that looks fantastic. And I love that teams are using that more and more. That kind of sparkle to the silver just really brings life to the jerseys. So like I said, I'm glad teams are moving in that direction. I will say with the uniform in general, I love the silver helmets. I think that looks great. But just overall, I think this jersey is a very nice looking jersey, and I do think it looks great for the LA Kings. And I have really come around on this jersey after not being a huge fan when it was first released. All right, so now we're on to the top 2. At number 2, I have the Buffalo Sabres Heritage Classic jersey. I love this thing, man. I think it is absolutely gorgeous. I love the striping on the jersey. The logo itself is felt, which is very, very nice. I love the shoulder patch as well, which comes from, I think it's their 2018 Winter Classic jersey, but it's one of my favorite Buffalo Sabres patches. I think it looks great. But really, the main reason that I love this jersey is the cream color, or the off-white, whatever you want to call it. I love when teams do that. I think they look absolutely amazing in that off-white color, which is a little bit of a hint at who's at number 1, but I just think it looks so great. And I will say, is I did purchase this jersey from Lids. Now, I bought it in a Fanatics, and I was not expecting to be in love with that purchase because obviously with Fanatics jerseys, they have just awful, terrible logos that just look so, so bad. But I bought it in a Fanatics because it was cheap. But to my surprise, when it arrived, it actually had a nice looking logo. It had the felt logo, and I was like, wow, like I didn't know that they would do that. I was shocked. I didn't know why. Apparently, they do make the specialty logos look nice even on Fanatics jerseys, and I was like ecstatic about that. And overall for me, this is one of my favorite Buffalo Sabres jerseys. I think it looks so, so nice, but it is beaten out by one jersey. So at number 1, I have the St. Louis Blues Winter Classic jersey. So obviously, like the Buffalo Sabres jersey, the cream color just looks absolutely amazing. The logo itself is also felt like that Sabres jersey. However, this jersey does also have chain stitching in the logo, which just makes it look 10 times better. It looks so nice. And I love the colors on the rest of the jersey as well. So that light blue and yellow, I think that looks amazing. I know it is kind of similar to that Buffalo Sabres one, but the Buffalo Sabres just has a little bit of a darker blue and a darker yellow. And I do think the lighter yellow and the lighter blue just look a little bit nicer with that off-white. And then on top of all of that is the shoulder yoke as well, which I think looks absolutely gorgeous. And the striping that's just underneath it on both the front and the back just looks so, so nice. Like overall, this jersey is absolutely gorgeous. I think it looks so beautiful. I want this jersey so bad. I don't have it in my collection, but I probably will at some point, hopefully at least, because it is just a wonderful looking jersey and one of the best St. Louis Blues jerseys as well. Like, I think it just looks so, so nice. So anyways, that's going to be it for me. Let me know your guys' list in the comments down below. And if you guys like this video, make sure to leave a like and make sure to subscribe to the channel. And also make sure to follow me on my Instagram, my Twitter, and my TikTok. Links are all in the description down below. Like I said, that is it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.